Hi, it's James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to unbox Aldarra Savage Skies, which is an expansion which lets you play up to 6 players for Aldarra. One of my favorite 4X games ever. It is just beautiful quality for the miniatures. There's tons of different sculpts in the base game. The art overall is just phenomenal. They did a lot with the art. You can tell they cared to have every piece of this game beautiful. You can see from the outside art of just the sleeve. This is just going to be the sleeve for the 2-player expansion, to the cards themselves and the sculpts of the miniatures. So like I said, this is going to give you 2 more factions to be able to play with in the game, and a different mode. So a brand new event mechanism that you're also going to get with the game itself. So let's check this out. Also, even if you're not playing with 4 players, having the 2 extra factions on there is pretty nice, because it gives you, each faction has asymmetric player abilities. So it gives you more options of factions you can play with in the game itself in general. And those are the extra tiles you're going to get, so you can play up to the 6 players. Some extra exploration tokens right here. These are going to be your command tokens and your point markers that you're going to need in the game itself. And these are going to be the turn order. You're going to probably need a new turn order board here, so it probably is in here. I'm sorry, I missed it here. All right. Yep, there it is. All right. Here's the new player track, so you can play up to 6 players now. So this will determine your turn order, and this is your points track. The games go to 20 points in Aldarra. And here's the expansion rulebook. So this is mainly going to go over the expansion elements, which you're going to get in it. So you get the 2 new factions, you get the new tiles, how to play 5 to 6 players here, and more importantly, how those new event cards work. Can't wait to get that to the table and try that out in the game here. A little bit on each of the 2 factions you're going to get. You'll get the Cathari Hive Mind and the Sky Tamers. And that's the expansion rulebook. Here's the factions themselves. It's going to be the Sky Tamers. If you are tied with another player for victory points, you choose your position in the turn order before any player you're tied with. So that's pretty cool. Treat each forest as adjacent to each other forest. Your stronghold counts as a forest. Wow, so you can like teleport around. That's really cool. And your starting discovery is going to be Sky Orb. And then we got the Cathari Hive Mind here. When a unit starts in its movement in a territory with a crystal, it may move that crystal to the territory where it ends its movement. That's really cool. You may not move crystals while retreating, and may not move a crystal onto your stronghold. At the start of the light initiative in combat, before dice are rolled, you may choose to destroy any number of light units in the territory to deal their maximum damage, no explosions, to your opponent. Their light units still roll to deal damage during the light initiative before they are destroyed. That could be pretty decisive, actually. You still gain 1 coin for each of your units destroyed in this way. So that's really cool. And your starting thing is going to be the Sorrodalite Artillery. So that's a pretty cool faction to play with. So that would be really heavy buying and rebuying your light frigates to become a little bit more valuable then, because you could just ensure your hits. Now, there's a downside to that. Obviously, they are destroyed, but and you could pause the video at any time here if you want to read any of these cards, but these are some of the event cards. Also, take a look at how amazing the art is in this game. Just amazing. They really went all out on it. And it'll be really cool to see how these events shape the game itself. So that's one event deck here. It has a second event deck. All right. Well, I like the art on that one. Yeah, some great art here. Looks like some of them go for a full round and some of them don't. So that's really cool. More discovery cards. Now, these discovery cards are important, and these are probably duplicates from the base game because you can have, they were going to be, because you need to be able to have everyone have the ability to end up picking these up, and as the game goes by, it's more and more likely that you're going to get some appear that you already have. So, but this sort of evens it out. There's the event cards. Okay, so we have our two factions in here. And these are going to be the same sort of neat inserts that you got with the base game there. So they're going to be two parts of this insert. Here's the bottom layer. And the bottom layer, you're going to have your heavy ships for the most part. And you can see and each ship type sculpt for each faction is different. And it is just amazing. I really appreciate the fact that they took the time to make these really cool sculpts. That fortress is really cool. I'm actually going to really enjoy playing it as this faction, I think. All right. So that's those sculpts. And then there's some stuff here. There's some exploration cards. I think this is going to be, because the faction specific ones are not that much. I think, yeah. So there's going to be these for the player here. These to describe. No, wait, I was wrong. Exploration. Where are the ship ones? Maybe they're all together in the other one. Okay, so anyway, here are some more of the exploration cards. All right, so that's some of the exploration cards. This will go in the main deck here. You'll put in the cards that are specifically for these units in here. And these are the secondary objectives. These are one of the ways that you can score in the game other than just blowing up ships and winning combat. Well, winning combat. All right. Again, really love the art in this game. I think it is phenomenal. All right, here's your tiny little outposts. Really looking like the sculpts are amazing on that. Here's some of this is going to probably be your light engineer. Or engineers are actually heavy. Here's your light frigate. All right. Okay, so here's the other faction here. All right, here's this sculpt. That's pretty cool. Here's this sculpt. Now I remember when Mechs and Minions did this, they actually made the insert so you can fit these easily back in instead of having to be like one direction, having to fiddle with it until you figured it out. So I do really appreciate how they did this insert. I think they did a really, really great job with it. and I am very impressed. All right, let's look at the last little bit here. Here's the outpost. Here's the engineer and the light frigate. Okay, and then we have some more crystals. Sure, these are really nice little crystals. Obviously, because we now have more players, we need to make sure we have enough crystals to go around. And here, I'll open these cards here. These should be the cards for each of the players here, the new players. So we're going to open. There we go. All right. What do we got going here? Okay. So yeah, so here's the outpost, here's the frigates, all the different ships for the player, and they're double-sided, so you can actually level them up. But these are what you'll have out in front of you, so you know what the ships do. And here's some more exploration cards. The third beacon. And that's it. That's going to become what comes in the expansion for Aldarra Savage Skies. Super excited to get this to the table. Really love this game. One of my favorite 4X games ever made. But for now, thank you for watching.